Your brain doesn't understand what money is, and it's costing you a fortune. Introduction right now. As you're watching this, your brain is making a mistake with money. The same mistake it made yesterday. The same mistake it will make tomorrow. And the strangest thing is that you won't feel it. Because there is a way to make your brain spend more by literally turning off the pain. You use it every day. Scientists have found a zone in the brain that hurts when you part with money. And we found something that turns it off. Your brain evolved in a world where money didn't exist at all. It's not adapted to it. And someone is making a lot of money from it. There's a reason why you're losing money that you don't even notice. And it's built into you on an instinctual level. There's a reason why you're buying things that aren't making you happier. And it's not about greed. It's about what you're truly lacking. And there's one question that will forever change the way you look at the price of anything. Not how much does it cost in money, but how much does it cost in the hours of your life? Disconnected pain. The ancient brain versus the modern world. The money you don't feel. And the status you pay for without realizing it. By the end of this video, you understand why you're not stupid or weak-willed when it comes to money. The problem goes deeper. The problem is that your brain still thinks it's living in the savannah, even though you're spending in the 21st century. Let's break it down. Part 1. A brain that's not adapted to money. Let's start with an uncomfortable fact. Money, as we know it, has only been around for a couple of thousand years. The human brain, in its current form, has been around for about 200,000 years. Take a moment to reflect on this proportion. 99% of our history has been spent without money. This means that there is no part of your brain that was created by nature to work with them. Not one. When you make a financial decision, you are not using some special money center. You are using ancient systems that evolution created for very different things, for food, for status in a small group, for responding to danger right here and now. And now we ask the same brain to save money for a retirement that's 40 years away. To give up pleasure today for the benefit of a distant, abstract future. To the ancient brain, this sounds like madness. And it quietly sabotages. Not because you are weak, but because you are asking a stone tool to do a job for which it was not made. Hold this thought. Because further we will see how exactly this gap is turned into a weapon against you. Part 2. The experiment that disables pain. Now, here's the study. Neuroscientists from a number of universities, including work conducted using brain imaging, have discovered something astonishing. When a person is about to spend money, an area called the insula, or island, becomes activated. This is the same area that lights up when you feel physical pain, disgust, an unpleasant smell, danger. Think about it. Parting with money is literally registered by the brain as pain. Real. Physiological. And here's where I want you to stop for a second. This is not a metaphor. It's not a figure of speech. When you give away money, your brain reacts in the same way as if you were slightly hurt. This pain is a built-in brake. It's a natural safety mechanism that makes you think before you spend. Now, here's the part that makes you feel uneasy. Researchers have found that when a person pays with a card instead of cash, this pain response is dramatically reduced. Plastic doesn't feel like a loss. The numbers on the screen are an abstraction, and the brain doesn't know how to feel pain from an abstraction. It only feels pain from something physical that's slipping through your fingers. Do you understand what this means? Your natural safety switch, which has protected you from impulsive spending for thousands of years, is turned off with a single swipe of a card. You don't decide to spend more. Your brain just stops feeling like you're losing anything at all. It's like eating without feeling full. You'll keep going until it's too late. Now put that in the context of the modern world. Subscriptions that are automatically charged. One-click payments. Loans, where you get the thing now, and the pain of paying is postponed for later, and therefore does not feel at all. This whole system is built on one principle: to remove the pain from the moment of spending. Because the brain without pain does not resist. You are not deceived roughly. You are bypassed at the level of neurobiology. Part 3, we don't buy things, we buy feelings. Let's go deeper. Because there's a question we usually don't ask ourselves. Why do we spend so much money in the first place? The standard answer is people are greedy or people are irrational. But this is a lazy answer, and it's not accurate. The truth is that we almost never buy a thing for the sake of the thing itself. We buy the feeling that we think this thing will give us. And if you've watched my video on the pyramid of needs, you can already feel where I'm going with this. An expensive car is not about transportation. It's about respect. It's about status. It's about feeling like you're worth something. Branded clothing is not about fabric. It's about belonging, about I'm one of them, about being part of a group. Constant small purchases, shopping for the sake of mood, is often an attempt to patch a hole in security or in self-esteem. We are trying to pay money to the upper floors of the pyramid. Respect. Belonging. Feeling good enough. And that's the tragedy. It doesn't work. Not really. Because the thing can give a flash, a short jolt of satisfaction, but it can't fill the psychological need for long. After a week, the feeling goes away, but the hole remains. And the brain says, I need more. Buy more. Maybe this time it's enough. This is the treadmill that almost no one gets off of. We chase after a feeling by buying objects. And the feeling eludes us every time. And here's where those who understand this perfectly come in. All advertising, in fact, works on one formula. First, to show you what flaw of your psyche you're missing, to make you feel not successful enough, not loved enough, not your own enough, and then to offer a product as a solution. They don't sell a product. They sell the missing piece of you. And you pay over and over again because the piece never fits back in. Part 4, Money as Frozen Time. Now, the most important part. An idea that, if you truly embrace it, will change your relationship with money forever. We tend to think of money as a thing. Numbers. Paper money. But in reality, money is something much more personal. Money is the frozen time of your life. Think about where it comes from. You exchange hours for it. Hours that you will never get back. You give away a piece of your one, finite life, and in return, you receive money. Money is essentially your time transformed into a portable form. And that changes everything. Because when you spend money, you're not just spending abstract numbers on a screen. You're spending the frozen hours of your life. The hours you've already lived and exchanged. The problem is, your brain doesn't see it. To your brain, $100 is just a number. It doesn't translate it back into the hours spent at your desk, the mornings you didn't want to wake up, or the evenings you gave up for work instead of family. So here's a trick that restores vision to the brain. Before any significant purchase, convert the price not into money, but into the hours of your life. Calculate approximately how much you earn per hour. And ask, is this thing worth giving up, say, 10 hours of my life for? 20? 50? something will instantly lose all meaning. And something, on the contrary, will be absolutely worthy. But now you're going to make a real decision. Not with abstract numbers, but with the most honest currency there is, time, which you have less of. Wealth, if you think about it, is not about the amount of money. It's about the amount of your time that you own, rather than being forced to sell. A person who has enough money to live on and can freely manage their days is wealthier than a millionaire who has to sell every hour of their life. Part 5, What to do with it. Let's put it together into something that actually works. And notice, it's not make a budget. The advice to make a budget is addressed to the rational brain, which, as we have found out, you simply do not have for money. It works differently. First, put the pain back. If plastic turns off the safety switch, turn it on manually from time to time. Use cash for large or impulsive purchases to physically feel the money leaving your hands. Discomfort is not your enemy. It is your ancient protector, who has been turned off without your consent. Second, before you buy something, ask yourself, what flaw am I trying to pay for? Am I buying an object, or am I buying respect, belonging, and the feeling that I'm good enough? Because if the whole is psychological, no amount of money will fill it. This realization alone can save people fortunes. The third, convert the price into hours of your life. Always. Make it a habit. Not $200, but so many hours of me. This is the only exchange rate that your brain truly understands, because it feels time in a way that it will never feel money. Final plus question, and this is where it all leads. All our lives, we are told to watch our money. But money is just a shadow. The real currency, the only one that cannot be replaced, is the hours of your life. You can lose money and earn it again. But you can't lose time. Not a single hour can be regained. So here's the question I really want you to answer. And not to me, but to yourself, out loud, honestly. Remember the last big thing you bought. And now translate its price into the hours of your life you gave up to pay for it. How much was it? 10 hours. 50? 200? And now the main question. Was it worth it? These hours of your only life, would you give them away again, knowing what you know now? Write 2 things in the comments. The first is a purchase that you don't regret for a second, even after converting it into hours. And the second is a purchase that, as you now understand, wasted hours of your life. I'm genuinely interested in reading both lists. Sometimes, by reading others' responses, we can gain a clearer understanding of our own. Because in the end, it's not about how much money you accumulate. It's about what you exchange for the time you still have left.